Well, everybody, we did it. The Kickstarter ride, the Kickstarter roller coaster is just about over, and I'm so excited with where we stand right now. I'm so excited that this campaign is about over, and I feel like for the first time in 30 days I can actually breathe and relax and know for sure that this game is going to be made. The journey is going to continue, and this game will be in your mailbox. Again, we're shooting for next Halloween. So thank you guys so much for your support and for backing the game. I honestly cannot thank you enough. And I hope you know that. How awesome this journey has been. Feeling the love, and you guys, us having a lot of you we've had conversations on Facebook and this and that. So like all that stuff has been absolutely probably the best process of this whole game, is getting to know so many of you guys that I never would have ever crossed paths with. So that's awesome. And just again, thank you guys so much for your support. So I don't want to belabor my appreciation too much, because I hope I express that. But what I really want to talk about in this video is our last 12 hours or so of the Ghost Betwixt Kickstarter campaign. It's hard, it's hard to even say those words. It's been such a long and exciting 30 days that there's less than a day left, which is awesome. So what I want to talk to you all that are backed for $1 or following along with the campaign but haven't committed. And if you decide to back, awesome. Of course we would love it. But if you're still on the fence, that's what this video is for. This is for you guys. I want to quickly talk about the top 10 reasons why the Ghost Betwixt might be for you. And so if it sounds like a game that you might enjoy, then check it out. But if some of these elements sounds a little heavy, sounds a little different than games you're into, then that's absolutely what this video is for too. So let's quickly go through these. Number 1 in the top 10 reasons is unlockables. So what I mean by unlockables is a friend today at work asked me, why do you think Gloomhaven is so popular? And there's a lot of different reasons, because it's a masterpiece in a lot of ways. But for me, I think the biggest reason is the unlockables, the rewards that await you as you commit your time and energy to beating these missions. It's because it's fun, yes, but it's because you want to see what's in those boxes. You want to see what other weapons are in store, things like that. So there's always something new coming. So in the Ghost Betwixt, it's very similar. There's locked equipment collections that you will earn as you go through the campaign via these monster trophies, and you spend monster trophies on whichever equipment collections there are, and there's over a dozen. So it's up to you to pick which unlockables do you want to bring into the game, shuffle into the decks, and therefore you have a chance to earn those or find those later on. So unlockables is number 1 and a huge part of the Ghost Betwixt. Number 2, what's behind the door. This talks about the exploration nature of the Ghost Betwixt and the unknown. So when you're traveling through the mission or the dungeon or what have you, you come across a closed door. There's nothing behind it. There's no map tiles. There's no monsters. You don't know what's behind the door. You have to open the door, and then the fate tokens and map tokens will randomly tell you what's coming next. So you never know. I know a lot of awesome dungeon crawlers do that. I knew that had to be a part in this game, but I had to put my own twist on it, and it's one of my favorite mechanics in the entire game, because I spent so much time trying to figure out how exactly to achieve it, and I think we nailed it pretty well. So what's behind the door? You don't know. That's number 2. Number 3 is character customization. Each family member has their own talent trees, which of course they'll learn. Joan might have her healing side and her offensive side, so it's up to you to choose what type of character you want her to be. Of course, you can mix and match her talents as well. There's weapon proficiency, so she can become proficient in squirt guns or slingshots or pointy weapons or choppy weapons or blunt weapons, whatever. And another weapon type I haven't announced officially yet. But so you can get proficient in any of those that you like. And not only is it character customization, but it's team customization, because you want to build a team, a family that are synergized together based on their talents. So that's a huge part of the game as well. Number 4 is strategic decision making in combat, and it's wrapped around a dice rolling mechanic. So at its core, this is a dice rolling game, but there's so many decisions to be made in the combat phase, along with the rolling the dice and testing your luck. So there's dice mitigation, there's dice pool, expansion through talents and better weapons, and making certain decisions like taking an offensive stance on the battlefield. And then there's weapons that change the gameplay as well, that offer you more decisions. One example of this that I haven't talked much about is the water shotgun, which you have to be exactly 2 spaces away from your target to get a +1 damage. Why that is interesting is because you only have 2 actions per activation per family member, so you have to use them wisely. So do you want to position yourself 2 spots away from a monster, or do you want to hold back and go ahead and attack and then take an offensive stance? So do you want to go for damage, or do you want to go for a higher chance to hit next turn? So it's a constant balancing act, these decisions that you can make. And there's not always a right or wrong decision, but sometimes there is a right and wrong decision. So you can get good at the Ghost Betwixt, which excites me greatly, that there's a right and a wrong way to play the game, but just because you play it right doesn't always mean you're going to have success. There's still a little bit of luck involved. All right, number 5. This is a unique environment, as you can tell. I'm not aware of a game that takes place, definitely Dungeon Crawler takes place on Halloween in a rural setting in the Midwest in the 1990s, and takes you to some really weird, dark, exciting, unique places throughout the campaign. Of course, corn mazes, haunted hay rides, spooky haunted houses, hosted in a person's house and garage and basement. Like, these are all things that happen in the Midwest during Halloween. It probably does for a lot of the rest of you around the country and the world, but it's very prominent in where I live in Kansas City, and it's a little near and dear to my heart. And it's funny that this campaign is ending right before Halloween. It just all fits. So I'm excited about the theme. I'm excited about this time of year. It is it's a crazy time, especially the Kickstarter. So this theme, I think you guys really enjoy, wrapped around this awesome, fun dungeon crawler. Number 6, surprises. The game changes, the story changes as you go through it. We talked about the unlockables. The story will surprise you. There's events in the story of this game, not unlike a novel that, it's like a page turner, sort of deal, to where you cannot wait to see what happens next. Mice and Mystics, Jerry Hawthorne's masterpiece, pulled this off, and so many other games. But because Mice and Mystics is wrapped around that awesome, unforgettable story, so this is similar to that. It's a story and a game built around it, not a game with a story added onto it, if that makes sense. So the story is very important, and the surprises within the story and the game, I think you'll enjoy. Number 7, a ton of gameplay, probably 50 hours plus worth of gameplay, but not an overwhelming amount. I want you guys, you backers, to finish this game. I don't want it to be so long that, halfway, because there's so many games out there. I struggle with it myself. There's so many games to play, so little time. So when you guys bust this game out, I want you to finish it. I don't want it to drag on for hundreds and hundreds of hours, because I'm well aware of gaming fatigue for specific games, and wanting to move on to some other things that we all have our gaming hall of shame that, filled with games we buy and don't play. So this game is a good chunky amount, but I think it's not overwhelming in its time and dedication from players. So I think we found a good balance there. Excuse me. All right, just a few more quick ones. A solo mode. Yes, this is a soloable game. It was built, by myself, playing a solo just because that worked for me around my schedule. So this game is absolutely built as a solo experience, and of course, a cooperative one as well. So wherever you're at, if it's solo gameplay, is more attractive to you, or cooperative with friends, both are equally fun and enjoyable. And what's cool is you can bounce between the two. So if you have a solo campaign going, and then on a Friday night your friends come over and you want to play one of the side missions, just a kind of a one-off side mission, and still contribute to the campaign, and your XP, your loot, all that good stuff, you can certainly do that. So it's very interchangeable between solo and cooperative, because you're always using the same 4 family members. Definitely 5, because we hit that stretch goal. So 5 family members you're going to be switching between, or not switching between, but always playing as. So if you have 4 friends or 3 friends come over and yourself, you can pick right up where you're at in the campaign. All right, 9, easy monster AI. One of my pet peeves in dungeon crawlers is when the monster AI requires a lot of bandwidth in your own mind, and you're more interested in making sure you kill those monsters and spend your mental effort in crafting a strategy to beat the monsters. The last thing you want to do is have to also think about what the monsters are doing. So that was important to me, that the monster AI was very simple, and we achieved that in a big way through these target tokens you can see there. So if an individual monster has Joan's target token, that monster is focused on Joan, and the universal monster AI rules apply. So it's very intuitive on what a monster should be doing. And as we've seen in some of the gameplay videos, the target token mechanic adds a lot of kind of tricks we can do to switch up targets and make gameplay and the fighting phase unpredictable. So monster AI is simple, and that's, I think, a big component. Number 10, personal opinion, the game is just fun. It really is fun. Like, I've been playing this for 3 years straight, more than 3 years straight, and I still get excited every time I bust it out and even start a new campaign, just to see which directions the mission is going to go, how it's going to lay out, which family member talents I want to choose, which new weapons I get that's going to change the gameplay and my strategy. So honestly, I think that's a good sign that the game is still fun after 3 years of just being so dedicated to it. So, and we've gotten a great response from the people I've played with the game and through the campaign, and a lot of our online reviews. So the game is fun. It's going to be worth the wait. And starting to lose my voice, but again, thank you guys. Again, and if you're still thinking about backing but not quite sure, obviously message me or ask any question you want. I want to provide as much information to you that might help you make a decision whether this game is indeed for you or not. So guys, again, feel like I've been talking for 3 hours. We're probably about 9 hours left in the campaign or so, but anyways, thank you guys. It's been such an awesome ride, and this is just the beginning. So thank you guys, and we will touch base tomorrow once the campaign officially ends. See ya.